This is one that I wanted to talk about. I saw this earlier today before I knew I would be going live here, and as the resident AEW guy, maybe I'm the best guy to chime in on this. This is in my wheelhouse, okay? And this is probably something that's a little upsetting or, I don't know, controversial. It's not just AEW whose ratings are down right now. It's the WWE as well. Their ratings are higher, but their ratings are down because they had a big boom with WrestleMania. They brought in The Rock and everybody got excited again, right? They fired off all their big guns. And now what did we do? Now we're announcing Logan Paul and Cody Rhodes in Saudi Arabia. Not as exciting, guys. The Rock and Roman Reigns and versus Cody and Seth Rollins, that was exciting. That was everything. And so AEW Dynamite's ratings have dropped. And no, it doesn't matter that they've signed Ospreay, Okada, and Mercedes Moné. I wouldn't expect their ratings to go up dramatically when they sign those people, and I don't think that they expected that to happen either. There you go, right here in the chat. Thank you for that clarification, Jay. So WWE's ratings have dropped from 3 million. Their shows were drawing in 3 million people to 1.8. That's a bigger drop. You could actually argue that AEW's ratings have held steady, but they've held steadier than the drop that WWE experienced after WrestleMania. There's a lot of people who are just obsessed with how many people watch AEW Dynamite on a weekly basis and act like this really matters, that this fluctuates somewhere between 600,000 and 800,000 right now, instead of it used to fluctuate between 800,000 and 1 million. I mean, there's reasons for that. I mean, do we get into some of the reasons for that? There's a lot of mean things you can say when it comes to that, right? Or you can be logical about it. I don't know. Up to you. I don't think it matters, though. A lot of people will cite this and be like, the end is near. AEW is going to be canceled. Your favorite show is going away. Ha, 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 ha. The WWE will maintain its stranglehold on wrestling till the end of time. And that's a really weird take. Like when you just and you pull the numbers and then you post Triple H like laughing. I don't Triple H is actually happy about this. This is wrestling right here. Triple H's business is wrestling, right? Paul Levesque probably wants to see AEW succeed. Paul Levesque was one of the guys that would tell people to go sign with AEW instead of move up to the main roster. He had a conversation with Adam Cole, and he said, Adam Cole, I think you should go over to AEW. I don't think you should go up to the main roster at this time. It's not going to work out for you. You should go over to AEW. I think it's a better opportunity for you. There's many people that need to take that opportunity. It's a good thing to have two companies. This narrative, this like vulture kind of stance that so much of the internet wrestling community has when it comes to AEW's ratings on TV, and not their financial numbers, not their big event draws. And no, I'm not talking about their smaller events that don't draw. They have plenty of large events that draw just fine. Sting's final match, All In Wembley, right? There's plenty of AEW events that have sold out. They're going to all their pay-per-views have historically done very, very well. So their shows, are we aware that their shows happen on a random Wednesday in a random state? Many of these attendances, which are seen as low, by the way, are record attendances for the arenas that they play in. When it comes to wrestling audiences, they'll be playing in a place that normally has a basketball game there on a Tuesday. They run a wrestling show on a Wednesday. They draw in 2,000 people. It's a record crowd. Yeah, it's low. It's lower than what the WWE is. I'm not impressed that the WWE consistently does business than AEW. Number one, they're predicated on doing good business. AEW is not, and that's fine. That's a given fact. All right, I've got comments in the chat here we're going to need to address. And thank you for throwing that into the chat. I enjoy that. Jay is out that the two biggest draws are injured Punk CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. I don't know. Are those the two biggest draws in WWE? Wasn't Cody supposed to be a big draw in WWE? They put the belt on him, right? Someone competing with WWE is like someone competing with the NFL. I'm a hardcore AEW fan. I don't fantasize about AEW overtaking the WWE. That has never crossed my mind. Maybe back in 2019 when they started, it was a fun thing for us to say that maybe these guys are going to be so scrappy and with it that they are going to overtake the WWE. At this point, after 5 years, they can overtake the WWE in certain markets. They can do things that perhaps the WWE isn't willing to do and do better at it. Like, so that was pretty cool. Maybe they can have success in a different way. I don't fantasize that AEW, and it would be a pure fantasy, that AEW would somehow become the largest organization. That we would go back to the Monday Night Wars and AEW would be the ratings leader for a period of time. I think the WWE has been rooted in for so long and they've done so well with it that AEW doesn't really have a chance in that regard. And much of talking points have shifted to them being an alternative and not a true competitor to WWE. And I don't see that as a problem. That doesn't hamper my enjoyment of what they do. I still enjoy AEW. I don't need them to take over the WWE. That's odd. Other thing about this post when I look at this is that these aren't bad numbers. There's like no planet where these are bad numbers. These numbers are great. Like, we have no idea what a secondary wrestling promotion's numbers on TV should look like. Like, does anyone have a concept of that? There hasn't been a secondary wrestling promotion on TV that has anywhere near the WWE's production levels and talent in how many years since WCW went off the air? No one else has competed with them since WCW. Can somebody fact check that for me, please? The true successor to WCW in terms of being a legitimate second option approaching the levels of content that is put out by the WWE. Yeah, WWE bought WCW. They literally absorbed WCW. Now, WWE will not be absorbing AEW. That's another fun one I see time to time. Oh, WWE is going to buy them up. Or the other way is funny too. AEW is going to buy up WWE. I mean, that's, woo. So I have no idea in this day and age, in 2019 until the present, there's no gauge. There's no, AEW is the benchmark. We don't know if these numbers are good or not unless there was another wrestling federation that had recently challenged the WWE and put up comparable numbers. There's no basis for this comparison. As far as we know, this is the highest viewership any secondary promotion can get, no matter what they were doing or what their programming was or who was in charge or who was booking or who was signed. WWE has such a stranglehold on this section of entertainment that in most likelihood cannot be broken. Amazing and remarkable that AEW exists and does as well against a juggernaut that is the WWE, that has over 60 years of history that it draws upon when it does literally anything. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, I'm talking about TNA and ECW from years and years ago. ECW didn't do better. ECW was a WWE product if we're talking about ECW on Spike. At that point, ECW was not a competitor. It was just a second faction. It was an offshoot. It was the same thing. Oh, wow, man. You know what? At 2 Twitch chat, Twitch comes and stabs me in the back over here. Am I supposed to read this to everybody? I'm on a roll over here kicking out facts, and you got to hit me with AEW would be doing significantly better if they had a booker that had a clue? I don't think so. I literally don't think it's that. I don't think it would actually help. I don't think people tune into shows based on bookings. I don't think it happens. All right, here's a hot take. I don't think we're ever going to move off this topic, but here's a hot take. People like hot takes. I feel in my heart of hearts, if the WWE put on shows with the exact same content as AEW, the exact same content, same storylines, their talent, their production values, okay? We got to give them that. They're not going to change that. They're not going to start looking like Dynamite. They're not going to, books or what. Their production values, their talents, their roster, but the exact same content that AEW puts on. Word for word, shot for shot. All the same storylines, all the same booking, relatively. I think it would impact their viewership at all. I think that their viewership would be the same. I don't think it would go up. I don't think it would go down. I think it would be the same thing, barring bringing in a big celebrity like The Rock or CM Punk, some kind of stunt booking, like you would have on any other television show on the planet. When you bring in a celebrity guest, the ratings go up and more people watch because celebrities are draws. Okay? But barring that, you take the same storylines, you take the same similar booking, you take everything that AEW is doing, you do it in a WWE ring with WWE production, WWE talent. I don't think it changes anything at all. I don't think the ratings move one way or the other. I wish they would test it. And in fact, they kind of already did. Because many people were saying that the angle between Cody and The Rock was basically AEW. It was an AEW angle. It was shot that way. It had blood, all that kind of stuff. They were doing AEW content, and I don't think it mattered what they did. I don't think it mattered what they did between The Rock and Cody. It was The Rock on TV, and everybody wanted to tune in. It didn't matter. They could have done AEW storylines. They could have grabbed anybody's storylines, anybody's angles. I don't think it matters. Now, the critics would have things to say, of course. The internet wrestling community would have things to say. Would it impact the amount of business that the WWE does? No, because they have a stranglehold on this industry. They do what they do. They are the industry leader. They are rooted in. They have history. They have brand loyalty. It's not going anywhere. And they have the trust of their audience. And they had lost it at a certain point, but they've gained it back to a large degree. There's not this massive groundswell against the WWE. They've done a lot to turn that around. Maybe that's one of the reasons why the numbers are down for AEW Dynamite. There was probably more people spite watching AEW, trying to find another wrestling promotion that they could enjoy. Maybe they'd not enjoy. Maybe that's why you have so many people online just bad-mouthing AEW mercilessly at this point, because you got 200,000 people who were trying to like something that they really never had any business liking because they didn't like the taste of what was going on in their own preferred wrestling federation at the time. This is just a theory. I don't know. You tell me why 200 people aren't watching AEW or 200,000 people aren't watching AEW Dynamite anymore. I don't think it's their booking. I think it's more to do with the climate of wrestling. I think if viewership goes up for AEW, if viewership goes up for the WWE, the more people that are watching wrestling, the more are watching wrestling. And that's real. I don't really think it's bigger than that. I don't think most people that watch wrestling even understand what booking is to complain about it. They just want to see the people they like. They literally want to see the people they like. So when CM Punk leaves AEW, maybe 100,000 people are done. I mean, we sacked of that on Collision. The minute they announced that CM Punk will not be on the show, 100,000 literally turned off the TV at that very moment? You saw why people don't watch that show. People watch that show when CM Punk is on it, and then they stopped watching the show when he left. They didn't care about the booking. Smart mark type, internet wrestling community, wrestling journalists, idiots. We care about the booking, but we're the minority. Most people just want to see the people they like. They want to see CM Punk. CM Punk comes back to the WWE. I bet the ratings go up, huh? He gets injured. He's not around so much. The ratings go down. Wow, big surprise. The Rock doesn't show up on TV anymore. Well, I guess the ratings probably go down. I mean, you Okada and Monet, Ospreay Okada, I got to admit with everybody. You know, no one cares. I care. Most people don't know what an Ospreay or Okada is. I think that's a crime. I change that. If you come over to my YouTube channel, I'll show you documentaries. I'll give you proof. I'll tell you who Ospreay and Okada is all day. Monet's going to be a needle mover, but only when she starts wrestling. Not her fault. She's injured, guys. A lot of people criticizing AEW for not making Monet wrestle. And I'm like, she's injured. Okay. She just went to a table. Give her time. When she starts taking on main angles and is actually wrestling, oh yeah, Monet will move that needle. People will come over. We'll get some more viewers over here, but it's going to take a minute. Look, everybody, and the more we sit out here, the more the AEW fan is out here on the internet talking about how, oh man, she's in there, but she ain't doing anything. AEW sucks. I'm not watching anymore. You think you're helping? I don't think you're helping. That's some disingenuous business right there, boys. All right, I got some comments over here. Let me check in on everybody. I appreciate your participation. Problem is, the WWE has established stars. AEW doesn't know it. No, AEW doesn't know how to make stars? Oh, no, he didn't. No, that didn't. Not on my stream. All right, look. Dude. Who has the belt? Who beat Roman Reigns? You're going to tell me the AEW doesn't know how to make stars, and you literally have Cody Rhodes made by AEW. Mr. AEW is your main guy in WWE, but they don't know how to make stars. Come on, dude. You think the WWE made Cody Rhodes because they made Stardust. And sure, Cody Rhodes made himself, but where did he get it over? Where did he got it over in an AEW ring? And when they brought him into the WWE, did they repackage him? No. He came in, he had Kingdom, he's the guy. And now he's your world champion. No, he did not make himself on the indies. The American Nightmare was not made on the indies. That was heel Cody Rhodes. Did you even watch Cody Rhodes on the indies, sir? Mr. Expert over here, did you actually watch him on the indies? That's a different character. A different character. Having people kiss his ring, Bernard the Business Bear. I watched it, dude. I went through the whole thing. Did you? Different guy. Different guy to here. No, he did not. Look, at the end of his AEW run, Cody Rhodes had heat. He had go home heat. But not for 2019, 2020, 2021. It was the first AEW Grand Slam. What year was the first AEW Grand Slam? Was that 21? That's when Cody fell off with the AEW crowd. For whatever reason. Sometimes the AEW crowd sucks. You literally have Mr. AEW, Jade Cargill. All right, just moving on. Moving Cody Rhodes. All right, we can just go on to one that's guaranteed made by AEW. Jade Cargill gets what kind of response in the WWE? Is that just like a spiteful response, or are they just pretending to like her? What's the deal with that? Why the moment Jade Cargill shows up in WWE is she over like hell? Why did that happen? If AEW doesn't know how to make stars, explain Jade Cargill. Someone explain Jade Cargill if AEW has no idea what they're doing. That's homegrown AEW. She didn't do anything else before or between. Jade Cargill, made by AEW. When she comes out in WWE, does she use a drastically different presentation than she did in AEW? Or does she use basically the same presentation, same costume, same moves? Guys, what happened? Thought Jade Cargill was going to learn how to wrestle, right? Same moveset, pump kick. Okay, pump kick, big slam, press slam, jaded. Okay, same thing. AEW doesn't know how to make stars. MJF. You got MJF. And what, he made himself on the indies? Are we going to do that again? Are we going to say MJF made himself on the indies? Is that, you're literally going to sit here in the year of our Lord 2024 and tell me that MJF made himself on the end? Like, he went the first All In. Nobody. He got on a favor from Cody Rhodes, dude. Cody Rhodes made that guy a favor. MJF is a megastar, dude. Get out of here, chat. Chat, you're so of it today. Crazy. Oh my God. Look, he doesn't have the platform. All right, look, if we're saying that MJF isn't a megastar, why isn't he a megastar? Why isn't he known by more people? The minute he hits the WWE, and he's going to someday, absolutely, I don't deny this. MJF, he's going to walk in MJF and no one else. Dude, you just said no one, and now you're making things up. Now you're going to agree with me? Dude, you literally said no one. AEW doesn't know how to make stars. They haven't made anybody. Well, I guess MJF and a lot of other people. And they'll make a lot more stars than that, too. They're not done yet. They've had 5 years, dude. WWE has had like 60. How many big worldwide stars did the WWE make in its first 5 years? Anybody want to riddle me that, Batman? How many great big stars did the WWE make in the first 5 years of its invention? How many? You want to let him cook a little bit? MJF made himself. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, he did, man. He had no help whatsoever. He wasn't surrounded by an extremely talented roster, extremely gifted wrestlers. Nah, not himself. He did it all himself. Get out of here, dude. Not even MJF believes that, and he's arrogant as all hell. No way. No damn way. Oh, my God. I didn't expect Twitch chat to literally be upsetting me more than Facebook chat. I really thought. All right, I love you. This is my first favorite chatter today. It's Philip. I watch WWE, AEW, and TNA. You, sir, are my hero. You are my favorite person that I have ever seen in this chat. You guys. Can we give him like a medal? Can we give Philip a medal, please? Not being a huge pain in my butt. Can we please do that? Thank you, sir. I commend you. It's odd when the typical WWE fan meets an AEW fan. I don't know why, like on the internet, I don't know what they do in real life, IRL, but on the internet, they will act like they are doing it wrong. They'll be like, AEW fan, why are you watching this? And I know this, guys. I'm not making this up. I have a huge presence on Instagram. And this is what I get. I get a negative message sent my way by someone who primarily watches the WWE every 5 minutes of my life. I get a negative, nasty comment from someone who why do I know they primarily watch the WWE? They will tell me. They are not shy about it. They will say, I only watch the WWE. You are stupid for watching AEW. Here are the reasons why. This happens every 5 minutes of from a unique individual. It is crazy what my life has become. Why is that what happens when a WWE meets an AEW fan on the internet? Why is that the case when I, an AEW fan, meet a TNA fan? I go, good for you. That's awesome. I am not cool enough to like something with kind of more niche than what I'm already watching. I can only be as cool as I can be. I can only be as down a rabbit hole as I can get with something not quite as mainstream as the WWE that is AEW. I like being able to go out and buy AEW shirts. And I like going to supermarkets. I like going to Target and Walmart and seeing AEW figures. I like the off chance that if I talk about something AEW related, someone might know who I'm talking about. If I was a TNA fan, it would be really hard for me. I can't go buy TNA stuff anywhere. I'd have to primarily shop online. I don't know where to watch TNA. If I took about it to anyone, they would act like I was from Mars. It would be way harder to be a TNA fan. Like I am, if I meet someone who is like a fan of Combat Zone Wrestling, right? CZW, I'm like, dude, that's hardcore. Like, do you go to events? You know, like I go to events. I'm like, that's awesome that you are that, that a taste. I think that's cool. This might come off as sarcastic. I'm not being sarcastic. I really think these people are awesome. Like, it takes a certain strength of character to like something that other people don't like, that is popular, to go off the beaten path and like something that is not liked by the masses. If you tell me you're a WWE fan, yeah, you and who else, man? Like, I'm not impressed. I'm glad you enjoy the most basic form of the thing we all like. Good for you. You like McDonald's, okay? I'm glad you like McDonald's. A lot of people like McDonald's. Over 2 billion served. Good for you. I'm not impressed by you. You like the most popular version of the thing. Congratulations. I like things just a little bit more. Not a lot. AEW isn't like some kind of indie fed, man. It's not that. Like, these numbers up here, getting back to what we're talking about, that's a lot of people. That's not a small amount of people. How many people ordered the last TNA pay-per-view? Anyone got that one? Riddle that one for me. Anyone got that answer? How many people ordered? I don't want to make fun of TNA. Dude, I want to watch the last TNA pay-per-view. I like Matt Hardy. I want to see what he did. But does anyone know how many people? I got the answer on the tip of my tongue, but I'm trying to drive up engagement in the chat. I'm very curious if anyone knows, especially my TNA fan, who I think is awesome. Philip, still my favorite guy. 50. All right, I'm just going to tell you now. It's 50 people, not 500, not 5,000. If Jay if someone can verify that, I believe that was fake news. If that was fake news, I apologize. I don't want to spread any lies out here, but like 50 guys. Okay, that's rare. That's obscure. Okay, I think it's if you're into that. I think that's amazing if you're one of those 50 people. I'm literally meeting a unicorn. Philip here probably bought that pay-per-view. He's one. There's 49 more like him. That's crazy. Who knows? Maybe everybody downloads that illegally. I don't know how people watch TNA, but that's nuts. This is 800,000, between 600,000 and 8. I don't even know. Does it even drop under 600,000? We're talking about how low does it go? It's like, yeah, you see the 6 there, but it's followed by a 7. That's basically 700,000 people. 700,000 people is a lot of people. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, these numbers are not bad. They're not bad at all, actually. They're very, very good. Never happy with them. TNA didn't have 50 buys? I don't know, man. That was the news story. I'm sorry if I lied about that. I wasn't trying to lie about that. That's what I remember. Please go fact check it. You guys are all on the internet right now. Okay, I'm running a stream. I'm running a live. I'm talking to you. You have a computer or a phone or whatever. Just go look it up. That was the news story. Just go look it up. Go look at it. Wait, I'm not moving off this topic until somebody moves it up. Dude, the news story was 50. I don't know. Look, I don't know if they were goofing or what. I couldn't believe it either. I couldn't believe either that the TNA pay-per-view only did 50 buys. That's like some OVW stuff. Look, I'm with you on this. It sounds crazy. I'm absolutely with you on this, but that's what I saw reported. I don't know if it was true. Hey, there's no BS here, okay? This is no BS wrestling and entertainment news, and I'm not trying to BS you. All right. Anyways, wasn't my story. Go look it up. I'm not a TNA fan. I don't know the exact numbers. Hard to Kill got 66,000 buys. Good. I'm glad. I don't know why people were reporting that it had 50. I don't know why that was reported. I didn't make it up. I didn't pull that number out over here. Like, that's the thing I saw. I'm glad. Good. 66,000 buys. That's still a lot less than any AEW pay-per-view. Has any of you only amassed 66,000 buys? Hard to Kill was the one before. That's the drop to 500. So what? There was one that did 500? I don't see anything saying that 500 is fake. I don't know, guys. You guys are the TNA experts. So it was 500, not 50. We're at least adding a 0. I don't know, man. I don't even know why we're talking about this. I had to throw out the number. You all have computers, and I was throwing out numbers. That's why we're talking about this. Yeah, I got to be able to see more of this chat. I hold on a second. Let me fix this out a little bit because I can't quite see. That's a little better, but now I have to fix it over here. Or maybe I don't. Maybe it's fine. Okay. That's my bad. My bad as a creator. All right, I fixed it now. AEW is an indie fed. Are you kidding me? AEW is an indie fed that sells out Wembley Stadium? How does I don't even under logic on that, chat. Like, I don't even under logic on that. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. AEW is an indie fed, so an indie fed sold out Wembley. They did that on the strength of it being owned by a billionaire. They put that many people in seats as an indie fed. I don't know what you consider to be, like, how is this even an insult? Like, how is anyone supposed to get upset about that? Well, all right, fine. So AEW is an indie fed that draws in 800,000, between 700,000 and 800,000 viewers a week. I guess they're doing great. Then they're doing amazing. Then they're actually finishing what? WWE 2.0, then I guess they're a failure. So don't do that. I don't do that. Why would you do that? No one's doing that. Who's doing that? Who thinks that AEW is literally WWE 2.0? Who thinks that? Is anyone out here thinking that AEW's success trajectory has to match that of the WWE at every level? Like, no one's doing that. You're making things up. They're doing really good for an indie fed, right, Chad? Look, Tony Khan isn't the problem. He's the reason. All right, my Twitch chat is just like, got like an anger. I'm to not curse so much, and that is so hard for me right now. I had one note before I went live on this broadcast, and it was to not curse as much. And I can't help you if you hate Khan. I can't help you. I will say he's not the problem. He is the reason. Without Tony Khan, there is no AEW. He's not going anywhere. I see people say all the time, oh, Tony Khan should do this and Tony Khan should do that. He's going to do whatever he does, guys. You can't talk to him. You can't do anything about it. There's nothing to be done. He runs the place. He's doing what he wants to do. He's never going to stop. Billionaire, dude, does what he wants. You guys know this. What's the point? You get upset about it all day. What's the point? Are you upset about what Elon Musk does? Good luck. You can't stop him. Guys, as far as billionaires do, I think Tony Khan's okay. We've seen what other billionaires do with their immense power, right? It's some evil stuff. Tony Khan, what's he want to do? He wants to run the largest indie federation that's ever been run? Great. He's paying everybody. Everybody's getting paid. As long as everyone's getting paid, he's doing better than Paul Heyman. Oh, what? Everybody loves Paul Heyman, right? Did I just say something? I didn't mean to say something, man. Donnie's a respectable podcaster and interviewer? We'll have to... Because you sound kind of typical, Donnie. Like, the stuff you say, what I hear all day. You got any, like, takes that will really knock me on my butt? Or do you have... Is it just like, AEW bad, they can't make stars and they're an indie fed? I mean, that's very basic. Giving me much to chew on. I've chewed a lot, but I don't have, that's not going to get me very far. You should actually go check out my Twitch chat. They are reading me a novel right now. I don't even know how to approach that. I got to make like a video on what chat's going over right now. Oh, Twitch chat loves Paul Heyman. That's amazing. Okay, of course they do. We should probably move on from this topic, though. Or should we? How is the viewership doing? I haven't checked the numbers on Facebook yet. Have we blown up to 100 viewers yet? Is this going to be a weekly thing, or is this the last stream I ever do? You know what? Viewership is down. This might be it. This might be the end. I'm just sitting here arguing with Donnie. I don't know. You tell me, boss. Do we keep going, or is that it for our first stream? I'm pretty happy with the results. We had some spirited debates. I hope everybody's okay. You guys are buck wild, man. It's just one guy on Twitch just trying to bust my stuff. Thank you, Philip, my favorite guy. Philip, you're the bomb, dude. I love Philip so much. Much respect to AEW, how they treated Sting. Thank you. Can't we agree that no matter what AEW does or did, that the way they treated Sting was good and therefore they deserve to exist? Can we at least all agree, wrestling fans all over the world, can we simply agree that AEW is allowed to exist because of how well they handled Sting? Can we do that? Please. Edge is fine. Adam Copeland, good God, Twitch chat, is there anything that you're happy about? How sad are you? My Twitch chat is so sad about everything. Do you like anything in wrestling right now, sir? Adam Copeland is fine. He's doing what he wants. The story he told with Christian, it was amazing and had a great payoff. All right, Twitch chat likes TNA, and good on you. Like I said, man, I don't disparage people for liking things cooler than the things that I like. I'm going to tell you right now, TNA, Combat Zone Wrestling, Fi, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, all of that is cooler than AEW and WWE combined, guys. We eat at McDonald's and Burger King, okay? Maybe, if we're lucky, we can call AEW Five Guys, all right? But these guys are dining at the finest restaurants known to man, gourmet dining. They are seeking it out. They are going into back alleys. They are going into the speakeasies. They are getting the most curated stuff that just fires them up in a way that we will never know passion and excitement in our lives. And that's why I respect people who like things that are more rare and harder to get into than the things that I'm into, okay? Because I know how strength it takes to like something that not a lot of other people like. The more rare the thing you like is, the more strength you have to have as an individual to like it and to say to people who like something similar, that's okay. I like this thing more. Now, what I don't think you need to do, Mr. TNA, is sit here and badmouth AEW to a guy that loves AEW. Are you aware, sir, that my walls are lined with AEW action figures, okay? Like, please knock it. I've actually been a little aggressive today, Twitch chat. My entire existence is AEW, sir. I think you've gone a little far, and that's just like a personal note from me to you, and we've talked for a long time, and you know this about me. I don't need it, guy. I don't need it like that. I'm literally looking at a novel you wrote me today, and it's a little much. I'm glad you like TNA. Please calm down. Good Lord. And I think on that note, we might call it the end. Be nice to each other. For God's sake, we all like the same stupid thing. Guys rolling around in their underwear oiled up, okay? Like, what deal? Why are we at each other's throats so much when we like this weird thing together? For God's sake, how many IRL wrestling friends do you have? Or do they all exist on the internet and they just agree with you? Please try to see that people are human. Love each other. Happy wrestling. Maybe we'll see you next week. I don't know if I get invited back. Keep digging.
He is I and I am him, and I'm the undisputed trend Matt Taven. And this dork behind the camera, some Melvin told me to say, grave diggers keep on digging. Whatever that means.
I am AEW wrestler and Ring of Honor tag champ Mike Bennett. And remember, grave diggers keep digging, but not the monster truck. Even though my son really likes that monster truck, I kind of like Son of a Digger, and so I'm going off on a tangent about monster trucks because my son really loves monster truck, but we're talking about the YouTube channel, so make sure, grave diggers, keep on digging, baby.
So this is Mark doing one half private party, saying what up to the grave diggers, and you doing your thing, bro.
Alright, like, subscribe, and watch another video, or be cursed. If you're cursed, that means the grave diggers will keep digging your graves. So, you probably want to do it.